Hey everyone, Andy from AMA here.
What is up, gamers? Pinku here, and we're going to talk about some gear.
That's it, guys. We're here shifting through the gear. We've got Pinku on. We're going to hear about what sort of gear she likes to ride with, some of her tips for newer riders and more about seasoned riders. So yeah, Pinku, would you mind, for those who might not be aware who you are, what sort of riding do you sort of like? What sort of bike do you ride at the moment?
So I ride a Kawasaki Ninja 400 2023. She's bright pink, custom paint, and also a little custom plate as well, so you don't forget who she is. The riding that I like to do is a bit of everything. Honestly, I don't do any off track, but lots of twisties and also just like general everyday riding and also group rides as well. And if you ever want to be in one of those, they're on the story, so stay tuned.
There you go, nice little plug there. Do you have a dream bike at all?
Yes, I do. So it's crazy coming from the fact that I only own a 400, but my all-time favorite bike is actually the Ninja H2. I would die to have one and make it pink. I know you guys would hate me for that, but like I can't own a bike and not have it be pink. Come on.
It'd be weird having Pinku not on a Pinku bike, you know what I mean? Look, there's some Kawasaki loyalty there, you know? It's good to see, yeah. Thanks for introducing yourself, but yeah, let's go look at some gear. Well, Pinku, I think anyone who sort of is semi-familiar with the channel, you're pretty iconic for your Caberg Drift Evo 2 in carbon. Would you mind sort of explaining why you sort of like that helmet and why you wear it a fair bit?
Absolutely. Where is it?
It is just up here, I believe, in the carbon too, luckily enough.
Yeah, so that's actually one of the first things I want to talk about. So I'd never had a carbon helmet. Not only have I not had one, I hadn't worn one before. And so, you know, they talk about how much lighter it is, and I was like, okay, let me try it out. It is way lighter than your everyday,
like fiberglass or polycarbonate or tri-composite helmet.
That type. So yeah, it was really good for, believe it or not, content filming. So when I'm using the other types of helmets, it tends to get like really heavy on your neck and your head, and you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to get this off. But when I was using this one to film, it was great. I actually didn't even get the sore neck
strain, yeah.
Yeah, right. Which obviously isn't what it's for, but I use it for that sometimes. So, cool thing to add in there. But otherwise, riding with it as well is very slick. And like when you're on the highway, I don't know if you've just started riding or even if you've been riding for ages. When you get on the highway, it's kind of scary, especially when your helmet's so heavy compared to your head, and you're like on the highway, right? Annoying. Something I noticed with this made it so much easier, so much more. Like I just felt like I like fitted between the parts of the wind, which is not science, but you know what I mean? Like
it's almost like they've aerodynamically tested it or something, as a premium helmet like this would have. Yeah.
Right, yeah, all of those words. So yeah, that's something that I really liked about this as well. It does come with like the 3 different visors. I use the like dark tinted one a lot. And when I'm doing photos with it, I like put down the little, I just call them sunglasses. Yeah. Because it makes it like that little extra bit darker, so I don't have to like Photoshop out my
Is it just me too, or like with that, like don't you feel like a fighter pilot kind of? Like it's like
right?
Top Gun, like you're like strapping yourself in, you're like, yeah.
It's quite cool.
If you're a dork like me, I do.
Some people like put their little like codes and like their Instagram stuff on there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's like a couple of things I like about it. It has the interchangeable like cheek pads, which I did with mine as well, which I like.
Customizable interior.
Yeah.
You know, it just helps with comfort.
Yeah.
On those longer rides especially.
Yeah, it was, well, they are quite soft as well, like even just touching them now. Also, I have my Cardo on this helmet, which like I think a couple of people were like, oh, you know, like this type of helmet, like is it too noisy for the Cardo? Absolutely not, believe it or not. I use mine all the time on this one, have never had a problem with it. Yeah, rate it. Has like a really cute little microphone slot in here. But yeah, easy to set up as well. I'm sure you guys saw that video. Like maybe I struggled a small bit, but a friend came that knew what he was doing, had it done in literally 20 seconds. It's a bit embarrassing for me. But yeah,
that's it.
What I like about it.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, with the Cardo and stuff and with comms units, like it's all about just having that experienced hand who has done it a couple times. Like Pinku mentioned, you do have the spoiler at the back here, which is what helps sort of like keep the helmet nice and steady at higher speeds. You know, Caberg do have a wind tunnel. They do wind tunnel testing with their helmets. This one is carbon, although if you do want a fiberglass helmet, they do fiberglass options. And you've also got vents at the front here and vents at the back to keep your head nice and cool. But yeah, it's all around a great solid helmet. And one more thing too is the SOS medical thing. So if you do go on a fair solo rides by yourself, if you tap that with your phone, it can just be good if you do go on a couple solo rides by yourself. You know, other riders can sort of tap it and just make sure you're okay. That sort of thing. It can just help you out in a bit of an incident or a bit of a bind. Yeah, is there any feedback you have on this at all?
Yeah, so me and my friends set ours up as well. One of the things I really like about it, other than the medical like safety part of it, you can have like your own little custom message for when someone scans it. And so like it was just like a funny thing that we did where we scanned it and just had a goofy message for when it come up. And
yeah, that's it, customize it.
Yeah, it's something funny to do with it.
Well, thanks so much for walking us through this helmet. It definitely has a lot of great features, and it is nice to just get inside riders' sort of opinion on it. What do you want to talk about now?
Let's go to my literal favorite shirt at the moment.
You just said it is legit your favorite shirt on the market at the moment.
Yeah. So this one really quickly became my favorite. I'm kind of like, used to the bulky stuff that you have to get on. And this just isn't that. It's really, as much as it's fitting, it's like nice stretchy fabric. The armor is like soft, but obviously also very protective. It feels comfortable when it's on. The zips are nice and smooth. The pockets being zipped up, amazing. Love that. Also, something that I really, really like about it, there's a lot of like jackets and pullovers and stuff that on your chest, they just cause these lines and they compress and it's not comfortable. With this, it fits so nicely. Like it doesn't feel like I'm getting strangled or like that I should be maybe wearing a really tight fitted sports bra or something so I can get into it. The best thing about it is like, it is so comfortable and then I can feel protected at the same time. Another thing I like about it is like, it's so easy to just get a regular hoodie over the top of. So I'm not someone that likes to ride without gear on. So when I pop this on, I can just wear a regular hoodie. I'm warm, I'm comfortable, and I've got this armor on underneath. So I'm just a massive fan of it. I really, really enjoyed it. The first day I tried it on when I was in AMA, I was like, okay, this is becoming my number one. And I've actually worn it on every single ride since I have got it. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I really like it.
And it does look sick too, like just all the black and stuff. And it does have some really good features, like you do get the thumb straps at the front here too, guys. So like, as Pinku said, if you want to wear a hoodie and stuff and you're worried about like the longer sleeve sort of maybe curling up a bit, you do get the thumb straps to prevent that. Something also too is even though, like Pinku was saying, it's a really light breathable item, you do get this nice back protector too, which can sort of help if you do run into a bit of a mishap. Same thing too, there is an optional chest protector you can get for it too. So even though like, it is a bit more inconspicuous if you don't like that Stormtrooper look, like it does have all the safety features there for a motorbike rider. Okay, so pants next, Pinku. You said you had something a bit surprising for us in store.
Yeah, so I'm actually leaning towards these adventure pants.
Huh?
That are, I know. It's
right? Yeah, okay.
So not my norm, the Magna Bora. So I'm very new to these, but I have been looking for the longest time for something comfy that I can pull over stuff to on, right? So for example, when I'm going to the gym, these are really cool because they're like baggy, but they can become fitted. So like you pull them up, oh my God, so much easier than getting those super tight leggings up, right? So something different, pulling them up, doing them up, great. I'm like super protected as well. But also these are gonna be like number one, twisties pants until like I eventually get some leathers, which I haven't got into just yet. But these ones, like they're just so like customizable almost. So it's like you get the right size and then you have more. So like on the sides here, something I really liked, they have these like Velcro strap thingies. I don't know the proper word for it.
Waist adjusters.
Thank you. So basically you pull them out, pull them in and it like cinches the waist, which we love. Another thing that I like down here, which I've never seen in a pair of pants before, again, I haven't done adventure pants, but they have these like adjustable little clips just to tighten that a tiny bit. And like, I didn't think I was gonna notice it, but I have. It just like feels that like extra little bit secure, which I don't know, I'm just a massive fan of these. Like they're just like comfort level over 9,000. Like I love it. It's super secure, like there's zippers everywhere. I don't know, it's not what I was expecting to love, but yeah, these, like I rate them, especially, like I said, for going to the gym or going on the twisties and stuff like that, like quick, pull them on, comfortable, can wear them all day. Yeah, I rate them.
No, 100%, and yeah, well, it makes sense coming from Magna, which is a premium European brand. Like as you said, they're very comfortable, which is actually, I didn't even think of that. It's a great point about going to the gym. Like you got the waist adjusters there, so it's like you can put them over the gym. Like we've all tried to do a gym trip on a bike and it's like, can be a little awkward. And also just to complete the versatility, like you do have an anti-slip material at the back here too, sort of thing. So if you do have them on other layers of clothing underneath, that can just sort of help out. And something too, like even though like it is quite a long pant and like you can get them in different sizes, which help too, but you do also get like adjustable knee, like height adjustable knee protectors with these too. So that can just help sort of customize a bit more for yourself. And they do have layers of visibility too, like a very visible material on them, which can help if you are doing a night gym trip, But yeah, great pick. Thanks for walking us through them.
Yeah.
So Pinku, you said you've been wearing a pair of Alpine Star SMXs for ages now, and you really like them. Would you mind sort of explaining to people sort of what sort of features really drew you to them and have kept you in them for so many years?
Yeah, so I love these. I was, obviously when I first started riding, I went for like the more casual looks. I'm like, I'm not a racer. I don't need boots. Wrong. I actually found these super, super comfortable when I put them on, even when I was just like trying them on in the shop. And I was like, oh, are these gonna like make it scary for changing gear or something like that? No, wrong again. So I was pretty surprised. I thought, oh, it looks bulky, it's gonna be weird on the bike. So comfy, made me feel secure, and also never had an issue with changing the gears, which is something I really, really like about them. I don't know, they're obviously very comfortable and reliable, something else I like about them. I've worn them so many times and never had, like, they barely even scuffed, honestly, and sometimes I drag my foot on the floor a little bit, nothing. So I don't know, I'm a big fan. I really, really like these. Yeah, comfy, they tick all the boxes.
Yeah, sweet. Well, I mean, to be honest, the Alpine Stars SMX, you really can't go wrong in almost any situation. Like, you've got your heel, you've got your toe protection here, your heel protection here, you've got a nice stiff sole. Like, it is really very protected. But as anyone knows who's worn a set of these, like, they are just so comfortable. Like, really like how you mentioned, like, it is very easy to shift in them because your foot doesn't really slip or slide around. And these nor should it in any good boot, but it does just... Wearing these, they are just very communicative, whether you're, using your rear brake, you're shifting, even just walking around, like, just... Personally, like, I've done hikes in these boots. That's how comfortably they are. Like, it's not ideal, I know, but like, if you're in beach ball, you're like, your mate's like, oh, do you want to go for a hike? Like, you're like, yeah, why not? And then you've got also nice shin protection too, which can be good. If, for example, if you do have an older kickstart bike, or it is just, I do just like having that shin protection. Even if you just drop the bike on yourself, like just at a standstill, it is nice knowing it has also the ankle support. So it really is a pick you can't go wrong with.
Another thing I liked about them was everyone at meets is wearing their boots, right? And so everyone's walking around and all you can hear is that like the squeaky everywhere. I haven't ever had the squeaky problem, which is like, I don't know if that's unheard of, right? You didn't even hear it. So like, I don't know. I really like it. Unless it's rubbing on your leather pants, like the boot itself has never squeaked for me. And so I feel like that's a great point.
Yeah, 100%. And actually too, just come to think of it, if you are sort of doing your first track day and maybe, you don't quite have the budget for some Supertex or something, these do still have the toe sliders. They are, like, they have the ankle support, so that you are allowed to run them at most track days. And yeah, it's definitely just a great pick regardless of what you're thinking of doing with them. So Pinku, on the way over here, you actually recommended 2 different sets of gloves that you sort of use for different purposes. Would you mind explaining that maybe a bit more for the audience?
Yeah, so I've got my summer and my winter gloves. I tried for as long as possible to stick with just the summer ones. Turns out you can't. You will freeze. And like going without cruise control and like speeding up and then shoving your fingers into the engine, not good enough. I'm telling you, you get really cold.
That's also dangerous, guys. Don't do that. I thought that was a bit at first, but yeah.
Should I skip that?
No, keep going. Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about my 2 faves. These are I'm going to say dailies for different seasons. So these guys I absolutely love. They are so comfy. They also have the little like connect thing, so you don't have to take your gloves off to use your phone and stuff like that, which is awesome. They're just like so breathable and they don't leave me with any like uncomfy little red marks on my fingers and stuff, which I hate. I actually had to return like gloves from a different place because of that reason. So these ones fit really nicely on the knuckle there like that with the little armor bits. But yeah, breathable, easy to put on. And I also keep this little part where they connect here, they sit together. I actually keep that and that's how I hang them. I don't know, it just makes it easier for storage rather than like shoving them into something.
That's a really good, because I just leave them like, I have these and I'm like, they're just like spread out on my desk. Like, or like you use the Velcro to hang them together, but it's like, it's like.
Yeah, well, it's not like,
you got a little button.
Yeah, a little easier. And then these guys, I'm going to swap with you.
Yep.
So these guys I was actually recommended by someone that works here and I have loved them ever since. So they're pretty heavy duty, not my usual go-to, like heavy duty is not my normal vibe, but like when I know it's going to be cold, these have saved me. Oh my gosh. Like even with like, the thermals inside I've done, but without them, they're still like really, really good. I was a little bit spooked because they have the little like Pinku connection thing here. And is there a special word for that?
No, Pinku connection is the legal term, I believe.
Great. Yeah. So yeah, I was a bit nervous about that because I'm like, oh my God, like, when you just like really got to spread out your fingers, but I've actually never had that problem. So don't worry about that. But yeah, super comfy, super warm, and like they do not move. This strap is like thick. But yeah, I like them for 2 different reasons, and that's why I wanted to recommend 2 pairs.
Yeah, well, I mean, and honestly, just both of these are actually really good recommendations. Like the 5 stunt gloves are experiencing a big jump in popularity at the moment, just because, one, they're breathable, which being in Queensland at the moment, we can get some hot weather, and that does help keep your hands nice and cool. But on top of them being breathable, you do get nice knuckle protectors, finger protectors here. Something I really like pretty much in any glove is some palm sliders. So even just like low speed, sort of like shopping car park incidents, your palms slide along the ground, which it definitely can prevent a broken wrist. I actually do own a set of these personally, but in the long form with the gauntlet. And honestly, I still do ride around in some of these. They really aren't too bad. Definitely not as breathable as something like the 5 Stunt, but still very good. And you do just get that bit thicker knuckle protector, a bit thicker finger protector. You do get the index finger bridge too to the pinky, which can help it sort of stop being broken if you're going to do a track day or something like that. But yeah, great recommendations from both. Yeah, thank you so much. At the end of each sort of episode, I'd like to ask the guests maybe an accessory that they might recommend to newer riders, or maybe riders that are thinking of taking up that discipline. What sort of accessory would you recommend?
I'm always going to recommend a pin lock. These guys are great, obviously help you with like the visibility on the road when you have that visor down, especially when it's like colder and it starts to fog up. These are going to stop that every single time. I'll have one on every helmet forever. Definitely rate it.
Yeah, cool. So guys, what a pin lock can be great for is like if you're doing a lot of riding in traffic, or maybe stop-start, there's a lot of traffic lights in your area, helmets can fog up. A pin lock is like a little film, a little layer that you put on the visor, and that just sort of, it's fog resistant, it won't fog up as easily. They are helmet specific, so you do need to watch out for that, make sure they make them for your helmet. If they don't, what can be a great alternative is the Muck Off Premium Anti-Fog Spray. You just spray that on the inside, it acts the same, it should help your helmet resist fogging up if you are doing a lot of slow riding. Well guys, thanks so much for watching and hanging out with myself and Pinku. Hope you've enjoyed it. Just before we sign off, Pinku, is there any sort of advice you'd have for maybe newer riders, or that you'd want to just sort of advertise to the motorcycle community? Yeah,
so I would like to advocate that wearing gear is cool, guys. So like, I know you see the guys doing the wheelies and the shirts and the shorts and sometimes sandals, but honestly, it's cool to wear gear. You're protected, you're safe, and it's comfortable. All the stuff that I've like gone through today is comfortable. You're not going to be fidgeting with it while you're riding because it's going to fit you right. I don't know. Just, yeah, gear's cool.
Yeah, 100% guys. And yeah, it can also pay, like, gear can be the difference between a small crash turning into a big crash, between you ending up in hospital and you walking away and laughing about it a couple of days later, you know? But yeah, if you've liked any of the gear you've seen today or in this video, come down, see the team at AMA. We have 3 locations, Yatala, Caboolture and Limbrook, or go shop online at www.amawarehouse.com.au, or go visit Pinku at all her channels on Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok, sorry, nearly got that one. That's why she's the professional. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.